What's going on, guys? It's Mully. I hope you guys are having a splendid day. I know I am. And today we're going to be talking about the time me and my friends started a forest fire on the 4th of July. It got pretty insane. So I hope you guys can drop a like on the video. Maybe hit that subscribe button. If you don't drop a like, you will be blessed with bad luck for 10 years. You don't want that happening. So please hit the like button. So let's hop right into it. So this story takes place a couple years ago when me and my buddy were still in high school. We're still trying to figure out the world. You know, the biggest concern is whether the next Call of Duty is going to be good or not, and whether or not we can land a scooter trick. So for this 4th of July, we decided to head up to my beach house. And so that was really exciting. You know, we got all, the beach, tons of area. The fireworks are going to be great. Fireworks shows are going to be amazing on the water and everything. So we're really stoked about this whole thing. So we get there and we're thinking, oh, we're going to, kick back, play some original Xbox, with the Halo and Halo 2, get our Capri Suns, chill out. Nah. My dad puts us immediately to work, sanding down these 2x4s, getting them primed, ready to paint. It's like building some kind of shed, some kind of like contraption. Dad's always got some crazy projects going on. Do all that, we get done with it, and we're just like, dude, let's just go down to the beach. The fireworks haven't started, but let's just go down, like, screw around at the beach. Parents had all these fireworks in their closets that had been kept from over the years, stuff we didn't get around to using. So we had this huge bag of fireworks, and we were just like, dude, let's go light some off, before the big show starts. Let's just go screw around and light them off at the beach. So this sounds like a great idea to us. So we're like, okay, let's do this. So we head down there, and so my mom's like, yo, guys, like, just be careful. It's super dry. And like the whole time we're driving up to our beach house, there's like all these warnings on signs saying like fire hazard, it's been dry, fire hazard very high, whatever, man. Like, who cares? No one actually fucking looks at those signs. In hindsight, we should have looked, paid attention to those signs, but who fucking cares? So we get down to the beach, we're chilling out, lighting off some fireworks, those little handheld fireworks. But this is like a couple of years ago. I didn't have Instagram Reels, so I wasn't aware of this knowledge that these things were fucking insanely dangerous, and like people were just losing fingers left and right to these things. So, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We go down there, we're having a good time, lighting them off. And in this bag of fireworks, it has everything. So, you got those bottle rockets, which I don't even know if, you can still buy those anymore. But it had bottle rockets. You had the little ones like Navy SEAL crackers with the small fuses. And you got sparklers, like all sorts of stuff. But at the very bottom of the bag, there was this like mortar shell. And it felt like that one image of the dude, like, has the golden scar in front of him. He's up in, like, the Fortnite attic. Like, it just felt like that. Like, and we were just like, yeah, we're going to light this off. But to light this thing off, we don't have a tube. We don't have any of that, like I said. So we got to find some clever way to make it, I guess, somewhat safe. So our fucking pea brains decide, let's just bury it in the sand. Let's just bury it in the sand, light it off, see what happens. Sand's going to go everywhere. It's going to be lit. So we're like, okay, bet. And the fuse is pretty long. I mean, they're meant to be pretty long. So we go set up. It's kind of near, like, the hill and everything, but it's kind of in between the water and, like, the bluff, because it's down on, like, a beach, and there's this, like, grassy area. So we're, like, in the middle between the beach and the grassy area. Like, if you just think about it, if we just thought about this for, like, 10 seconds, yeah, this is probably going to end in disaster. We're like, you know what, fuck it, let's just light it up in the sand. It's going to be fun. Let's do it. And, as teenagers are, we got to take a video of it. We got to post it on the gram. So anyways, we're taking a video of this thing as this thing's lighting off, and we're hiding behind some driftwood that just kind of washed ashore. We're hiding behind it. Watch this video, it blows up. We're like, oh my god, that shit's insane, whatever. Oh, whoa. And we start watching the video back, right? We're sitting kind of near the debris of the whole thing. We're watching the video, and it's like bang, bang, bang. You hear the crackle and the pop of the fireworks. And we're like, oh, that's crazy. So we turn off the video, and I'm looking in my pocket. I'm like, dude, the video's not off, dude. Like, I still hear like the crackling and everything. And I'm like, I pull out my phone. Yep, my phone's off. I turn around, and this whole hillside of like dried grass and like a dead tree is just on fire. Like, it's not that big at this point, but it is roaring. Like, it is definitely taking off. And it's up on this, like, hill, so we have to, like, scramble up on the sand. I'm up there. I'm throwing sand on it. I'm about to risk my whole life for this thing. God forbid the fire department gets involved and my parents find out, and there's this whole freaking thing. And, like, on top of this bluff, there's all these houses, too. So if this thing gets out of control, we are in big fucking trouble. Like, we're definitely not doing anything fun for the rest of the 4th of July. So I'm up there throwing sand on it. Like, I'm about to jump on this fucking fire. My buddy is just down at the bottom, just fucking, doing nothing. He just looks blank. He's got, like, the fucking 1,000-yard stare, dude. I don't know if he was just, like, stunned or what's going on. And I'm yelling. I'm like, dude, get the fuck up here. Like, I need, like, some helping hands, dude. I need other people to help me put this shit out. Like, I can't do this shit by myself. And he's just standing there, bro. He's just standing there. He's like, I don't think we could put it out. So I'm, like, throwing sand on it. And, like, I ended up getting, like, some burns on my hands. Like, it wasn't terrible, but, like, still. I was up there fucking putting my life on the line for this while he's just sitting there. So eventually, I'm just like, okay, whatever. If you're not gonna help, I'm not fucking doing anything either. So we kind of just sit down there, like on the beach, and just looking up at this thing, like, oh my god, like what to do. Obviously, the right thing to do is call the fire department, call 911. But we were just so afraid to call 911 because we knew our parents were gonna figure it out. We just knew like there was no way they weren't gonna find out about this. Like we did not walk down the beach that freaking far from our house. Like they could probably see it from our house. And we didn't even have time to call 911. We literally turned back around, and all these boats from the water had started coming in, being like, dude, have you called 911? We were, like, on the phone with 911, like, all this, like, crazy stuff, and we're just like, holy fuck, we better just get up there. So we start running up, and by the time we get up all these stairs, and because we live on, basically the beach house is on, like, a bluff, and you have, like, these stairs. Probably about, I think we counted it once, like, 200 stairs. So we are running up these stairs, dude, like, it's a fucking, some kind of crazy marathon. We get to the very top, and the firefighters have already beat us there, dude. They are there. They're talking to our parents. This poor fucking person is like, freaking out about their house catching on fire. It's just not a good deal. It looks like it's snowing. There's so much ash in the air. And so we eventually, we're the culprits. They come at us. They, take us in for questioning. And they're just like, so why do you start the fire? Like, how did it start? All this stuff. And, we're talking to them, and they're asking us for times. And my fucking dumbass, I had just gotten in the military time, and my dumbass was just like, they're like, oh, so what time did it start? And I'm like, 1,300 hours, trying to be like a fucking smart ass, trying to be on their level. And I just ended up looking like an absolute clown. I mean, fucking no one fucking says that. I don't think even they use that kind of time. I think it's like literally only the military. Whatever. I look like an absolute clown while talking to these guys. And, my buddy gets a good laugh out of it. But, who's laughing now, bro? Now we're talking to the firefighters when he could have just come up and helped me out with it, and it would have been, probably would have still cotton off, but at least he would have helped. At least he would have helped. Whatever. So we ended up talking to the firefighters, and they were honestly pretty chill about it. They just recorded our names and stuff like that. But we were really freaking out about the whole thing. We really thought we were going to jail. Something crazy would happen. They were honestly pretty chill about it. They kind of were just like, just don't do it again. And we're like, bet. We can make that promise. But goddamn, our parents, bro, they were so disappointed. The whole thing was like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. Like, that it really is worst. I wish they were mad at me. I wish they were yelling at me and stuff, but they were just disappointed. Didn't even speak a word to me. It was quiet for the rest of the 4th of July. So we ended up just kind of chilling out and talking. And, yeah, it was kind of a lame 4th of July after that. But anyways, moral of the story, don't start forest fires on the 4th of July. It's not cool. It ruins people 4th of July, and you will have bad luck for the next 10 years, So, but if you like the video, you will get 10 years of good luck. So it'll just cancel out. But the only way to cure that is if you like the video. Anyways, moral of the story, don't start fires on the 4th of July. It is not worth the trouble. Not worth the trouble. Even if you're launching mortars on the beach, still not worth the trouble. Not worth the troubles. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next vid.